The bridge wasn't just wood and nails, it was the heart of my property. The path where my kids used to run barefoot in the summers, where my late wife and I would sit with our feet dangling in the water, watching sunsets paint the sky. But the HOA never cared about that. They said it ruined the view of their luxury resort across the lake. So one morning, I woke to the sound of bulldozers and found my bridge reduced to splinters floating on the water like broken memories. I fought, I pleaded, I showed them the permits, the history, the love built into every board, but their smug lawyer only smiled and said, it was an eyesore, and we're within our rights. For weeks, I walked past that empty shoreline, aching with loss, until one night I stood near the old dam on my property line and thought, why should they get to enjoy their $1 million views after stealing my peace? I owned the dam, I maintained it, and the water was mine to control. But would draining the lake just to make a point make me any better than them? The question tore at me, yet the more I saw their champagne parties by the water's edge, the more my anger grew until finally, I cranked the rusted wheel and listened to the roar of water rushing out like justice itself. By morning, their 1.1M Lakeside resort looked like a stranded castle in the mud, docks hanging crooked in the air, boats stuck in cracked earth. Their precious view, nothing but a wasteland. The HOA panicked, sued, and screamed, but the court sided with me. My dam, my water, my rights. As I stood on the dry lake bed, where my bridge once stretched gracefully, I realized this wasn't revenge. It was balance. A reminder that arrogance and greed can't stand against someone who still remembers what home, love, and legacy truly mean. They took my bridge, but I drained their pride. And in that silence, I finally felt my wife's laughter in the wind again, proud that I stood my ground.